Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, and welcome to finally another episode of our Hot Lap Battle. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, but the series is finally back, and this time we are pitting 3 supercars who have competed against each other in a standing 1 mile drag race and are all under the same family: the Ferrari 488 GTB, 458 Speciale and the 458 Italia. Now, looking at the stats given by Forza Horizon 3, we can see that of course the 458 Italia is rated at the lowest at S1 849, and both the Speciale and GTB are rated much higher at S2 903 and S1 900 respectively. And looking at the stats individually, first at the 458 Italia, the car is pretty well rounded with its acceleration, launch and braking scoring around the 9 mark, but it's the speed and the handling which is its biggest downfall. And now moving on to the GTB and Speciale, both these cars have very similar performance figures, with both their braking and handling scoring much higher than the Italia, but it's the speed of the GTB that is rated the highest. As we can see with its real performance figures, the Italia produces the least power here at 562 brake horsepower, having a 40 brake horsepower deficit to the Speciale and a whopping 100 brake horsepower to the GTB. Of course, the Speciale is the lightest by around 200 pounds since it's the most track-focused supercar of the lot, but unlike the 458s being naturally aspirated, the GTB houses a slightly smaller engine but with twin turbos equipped, meaning much more torque. Since the 488 has been around our track already, the hot lap will be used as a benchmark during our side-by-side comparison, so now it's time to bring both the 458s around our test track for an initial impressions lap, and then the final hot lap will be shown with a side-by-side comparison with all the Ferraris together along with the times they clocked. So first up, the Ferrari 458 Speciale. Okay, so I'm in the Ferrari 458 Speciale, and right off the line, not that much wheel spin because this car doesn't have that much torque, but it accelerates extremely quickly. And coming through to the second corner right now, this car just really feels grippy, and the turn-in radius, very good. This is a true track car, and as I approach the straight right now, the gear ratios are very short, as I reach 7th gear right now, pretty much all the way to the maximum, and then the braking is just absolutely supreme. And going around the track, this car really feels perfect to me. I have no problems whatsoever driving this car. Fairly easy in terms of Forza Horizon 3. I know in reality the car is probably a lot harder to drive, but you know, you still have to worry about your foot throttling while exiting corners, but apart from that, this car is very grippy, it has very good turn-in radius, and the braking is absolutely fantastic. And there's really not too much to say now about the Ferrari Speciale, but right now I'll show you guys the hot lap without revealing the times just yet, and then we'll move on to the Ferrari 458 Italia. Okay, so now I'm in the 458 Italia, and right off the line, very similar to the Speciale, the 4.5 litre naturally aspirated engine, not producing much torque at all, but I can feel that the car obviously doesn't have as much power because the acceleration isn't as quick as the Speciale, and coming off the second corner, I felt that there was a bit of wheel spin, a bit of oversteer towards the end, and that is because the car doesn't have as much grip as the 458 Speciale, and as I approach this corner right here, a hard left, I feel that the braking doesn't quite bite the car as much, forcing me to lose a lot of grip and then going sideways a little bit, but it's like a factor of understeer, and then towards the end, if I accelerate a little bit too hard, it becomes oversteer. And that is because the 458 Italia isn't as nimble as the Speciale, and rightfully so, because this car wasn't necessarily built around the track. And the way this car feels overall, particularly going around the corners, it feels a bit boaty, it swerves a lot. I can visually see that the suspension is swaying quite a fair bit from right to left whenever I corner. That just basically means that the suspension isn't as stiff as the Speciale, causing the car to corner a lot slower. But overall, this car is still a very good car to drive. I don't know exactly how fast this car will go around the track, but let me show you the hot lap before we do a side-by-side comparison, including the 488 GTB. Okay, so now you've seen both the 458 Speciale and 458 Italia's hot lap. It's now time to put them in a side-by-side comparison against the 488 GTB to see what time the 458s clock and where they rank in our hot lap leaderboards. Now, as we can already see in our hot lap leaderboards, the Ferrari 488 GTB went around our test track at 56.5 seconds. And of course, the Ferrari 458 Speciale clocked a lap time of 56.6 seconds, 1/10 of a second slower than the Ferrari 488 GTB, ranking itself at 18th position. And as we go all the way down to 25th place, that is where the Ferrari 458 Italia ranks, clocking a lap time of 58.9 seconds, just slightly faster than the 2017 Nissan GTR and slightly slower than the 2017 Acura NSX. Anyways, so coming to a conclusion to this video now, I hope you guys did enjoy the battle of the 488 GTB and the 458s against each other in this hot lap series. If you guys did, please give this video a thumbs up, it would really help me out. If you have any suggestions for the following episode of my hot lap series, put it in the comment section below. All of your comments will be put into consideration for the following episode of my hot lap series. And if you did enjoy this and would like to see more Forza Horizon 3 content done by me, make sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure to click that bell button next to the subscribe button to never miss another video done by me again. So hopefully with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.